going, everyone? My name is Tommy Atomic Rodriguez, your friendly neighborhood ucologist. How's everyone doing today? So, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about something that is 100% tobacco and nicotine free. We're going to be talking about Cocoa Urth Yummy Gummy. Now, this is very interesting. Now, I've tried this once before back in 2018 when I went to the Hookah Expo Worldwide with Isaac. We tried this. We thought it was I thought it was good. I always wanted to try it for the show. So I just kept forgetting to buy it. So I was with my friend a couple weeks ago. So I told her, I'm like, all right, I need to order something. I was ordering Element, and she's like, oh, what about this one? I'm like, oh, that would be a good idea. I'm like, which flavor though? It's like, oh, this one. I'm like, okay, cool. So we got Yummy Gummy. I got intrigued because I love gummy worms and gummy bears. So I've been eating those like kind of off and on in between takes. What I will say is that it's very different from what I'm used to smoking, because I'm smoking a lot of tobacco, right? Not whatever this is. What is the ingredients? Let me just read it off to you. Patent pending. Ingredients include natural dried apples. This is American right here. All American. All American. Glycerin, molasses, and flavoring. Made in Los Angeles, CA. So that's interesting. We'll leave it to California to make something 100% natural, right? Come on, guys, we're feeding into the stereotype of us as Californians. Not saying I'm appalled, but come on. Next, they're gonna tell me that the apples were free range. Actually, that wouldn't be surprising, 100%. But what can I say about this? It's very different. It's very interesting. I will give you that. There's a lot I want to say, and I don't know if it's going to be taken as negative or positive. I lied. I did smoke this one other time when I had a party here. They had this pistachio flavor. I took like one puff and I wasn't about it, but it was different. 100% different. And I just realized, like, the other day, the Cocoa Urth Coals and this tobacco, or this shisha, is the exact same thing. They're from the exact same company, so I'm like, hello, McFly. No one was in here. So I just now made the connection. But what I will say is the flavor itself is not very candy-ish, right? You think of something called Yummy Gummy, you would have more candy-like flavoring, but I don't taste a lot of candy in it. Kind of bland. It's a decent flavor, don't get me wrong. This is not something I would personally smoke for myself. This is for someone who doesn't want to smoke tobacco that day, or someone who wants to smoke hookah but's not a real big fan of smoking nicotine, which is kind of weird, right? Because if you're going to smoke hookah, you want to smoke nicotine kind of thing, or tobacco, right? But this is the answer for that. Second of all, what can I say? The taste isn't that great. The chop itself is very different. I'm used to seeing tobacco leaves, right? I don't even know what I'm looking at, right? So you can see it kind of here, like it's just clumped. So when I was packing in there, it's like smashing it into place. So it was a little bit different, a way to pack things. So pretty different is an understatement, right? So I think this is like the most interesting flavor I've ever had this pleasure of smoking on the channel and kind of doing a review for. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cloud output again. Now that I finally got it after like the 5th take of me doing this, it looks good. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here and kind of just smoke a little bit and see what we can get a flavor profile and whatnot. I know I've been saying this the whole thing. This is not your run-of-the-mill shisha. I know that's not very helpful, but what I can say is that the fact that it's made out of apples and not tobacco leaves is very different. Right? Very different in the sense where it's a good kind of different. Me personally, I'm not really enjoying this flavor as well as I thought it would. I love candy, so this Yummy Gummy, why wouldn't I like it? Right now I'm realizing that it's not very good. This flavor in particular, I'm not enjoying. Maybe there is another flavor I will enjoy a little bit more. Will I get any more of this? Probably not. What I will say is leaving like this weird aftertaste in my mouth. I don't know what it is. Another thing is what I noticed when I was packing this bowl, instead of getting stems in my shisha, me picking them out, I'm getting seeds. So, you know, Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. That's all we need. But it's just different, right? I'm just so not used to it. It kind of blindsided me. I took a puff of it one time when I packed it for my friend, but I didn't really sit there to kind of analyze it. But now that I'm smoking it here, it is something I wouldn't normally buy. So, I mean, as an alternative to traditional shisha, it is fantastic, right? I think it's great. For me personally, I will not smoke this because I don't want to be different and not want to take an alternative to smoking traditional shisha, right? So there's just two different kinds of people who somebody who wants to quit smoking tobacco shisha but still loves the social aspect of smoking hookah. This is probably the perfect thing for you, right? That's what I think. Actually, now that I think about it, like that's probably what the demographic they're going with. It's made out of pure natural apples, people. It's a pretty strong flavor. I've been going for about a half an hour. There was a little bit of trouble in the beginning, but we worked through those problems together, me and the F-22. So I mean, for the most part, it's actually fantastic. I am really enjoying the flavor. Personally, I wouldn't buy it for myself. Do I enjoy it while I'm smoking it? Yeah, so it's a toss-up here. Do I give it a really bad scaling from 1 to 10? Because I'm not going to take the inhale and exhale this time, only because there's not much to say. I'm just indifferent about it. So I want to say I'm going to have to split this right down the middle, where it's not perfect, but it's not terrible, right? So it's a 5 out of 10. If there is something in this line that I should try that will change my opinion from 5 to 10, let me know in the comment section below. For you guys for this video, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below on which flavors I should try next, whether it's Cocoa Urth or maybe another brand that I should try. If you want to follow me on Instagram and or Twitter, you're going to look under the _hookahologist. To find this beautiful face on Facebook, you're going to look under Tommy Rodriguez. And be sure to follow us on the Facebook page as well under the Hookahologist for our newest videos, topics of discussion when I ever decide to write them, or our podcast. Until next time, guys. Keep smoking.